Alrighty, so I'm going to talk about my issues with Bernie Sanders and how he is unfit to be president. So here are my reasons. But first, I'm going to describe what my perceptions of the progressive liberals, quote unquote, would be, and why I've essentially started making some of these Bernie Sanders videos. So essentially, it was actually just a couple friends and I being undecided voters and going tit for tat, seeing who we care for. And then one of my friends said I respected her opinion, and not her opinion, but I respected her enough, and I thought that she's used her brain. And unfortunately, her brain's been scrubbed. So I was trying to like drive a point to maybe call her out and embarrass her, so maybe she might, you know, say, oh well, I'm just kidding or something, and she didn't. So, and everybody who keeps insinuating that I'm a Republican, I've actually never voted for a Republican ever. So you can go ahead and calm down about that. And the thing that I'm concerned with is that I have a lot of German background. I'm very aware and I'm knowledgeable with the concepts of Nazi Germany. I even have multiple books, my boyfriend and I do. He knows well about his, just as much as I do. And I also am into psychology, and I definitely look into people's motives thoroughly. And he, as well as myself, and obviously other people, we're not the only two people who have seen this theme, or this pattern here, of there being like an underlying fascist ideology surfacing within the Democratic side. I would say that they're on both sides per se, but it's becoming more prevalent within the other community because of the socialist thing. Also, people were joking about how I'm into astrology, and as you can look back through an ephemeris, which is essentially looking back at where planets were during certain years, like throughout history, that every single time there was a specific aspect that's going on right now, that there was an emphasis on socialism, which is now ongoing right now. In fact, the last time that this aspect was going on, which is, you know, where the planets were up in the sky, Marxism was introduced to Europe. So, take it as you will. So basically, what I'm getting at is that fascist ideology is an extreme, intolerant practice, behavior, or belief system. And that is uses gaslighting, groupthink, abusive mentality, tactics in order to get other people to agree with it. Most of the easiest ways to do that is humiliation. And me actually being APD, I already know this too well, do it myself, I'm a master of it. You guys don't even know how to do this with it. Well, maybe it works for other people, but seeing as I have a very limited emotional capacity, I am not swayed by the abusive, fascist, bully thing that's going on. Hanging up thing. The microaggressions. So, I just thought I'd go ahead and put that in. So basically what I'm getting at is that my hypothesis is that the liberals are not actually watching my videos about Bernie Sanders because A, I don't think they actually watched it thoroughly all the way through, and because just when I uploaded it, there was comments and people disliking the video right away, and I know you can dislike it while you're watching it, but still. And then also, there were clear comments where they had no, like, they have no grounds for calling me stupid. I have no problem with somebody calling me stupid, but, you know, give me some reasons. If I'm so stupid, please, by all means, educate me. The comments just don't line up with the video. So, the fact that nobody commented on the video that I didn't leave a description on further validates my suspicions. Alrighty, so I'll just go to my page here, go to my videos, and then click on the video that says "What the fuck, Bernie Sanders?" And if you actually pay attention to the video, and jokingly enough, if there's anybody who I'm insinuating was not watching the video and then commenting or disliking it, go ahead and take a look at the video first and then read the description again, and you'll see what I'm saying. So the actual description says, brief commentary on political platform and astrological signatures talking about his vague policies, a non-existent comprehensible budget, his complete lack of objectivity, his naive optimism and unrealistic comparisons with other developed countries' healthcare systems, the obvious ignorance of basic economics and math, reflected by his misinterpretation of inflation, tax proposal system, and vague budget, and the majority of major liability he would be as an elected official with his naive, sheltered foreign policy perspective. So, that is essentially what I posted here, and then alrighty, so the first comment says, the dumbest argument I've heard against Bernie Sanders. And then the next one says, oh my god, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And the other commentary was scheduled to last an hour before the debate started. Check your local listings. It scares me to think that these people are voting. You too, buddy. That scares me. Because you, especially since you look pretty damn old, you should know how taxes work. And then somebody says, you're so stupid. How would a Republican be good for president anyways? I never said I was voting for Republican. And then it says, I'm confused if she's talking about Bernie or Trump. You lost me through astrology, but you must be a Republican because you clearly don't believe in real science. They assume that I don't believe in real science. I've never said that. And then it says, well, you discredited every word you said by stating that you consulted astrological charts. I didn't consult anything. I read them because I can do that. And it says, I hate when people are so misinformed. I'm misinformed? Okay.
Are not concrete. He doesn't have the experience or requirements necessary in order to be commander-in-chief, and that he is potentially going to cause more of a security issue and be detrimental to our economy, security, and overall social service programs. And another thing is, I've just been not paying attention to any of the Democratic debates. I watched the first few just for, honestly, for entertainment factors, and I always watch both if I'm going to watch any of them, which I guess now I need to watch the Republican one. But with, as most people know, I'm into astrology.
So anyway, as I was editing this, I was kind of thinking about it. There's two possible theories that I have. It's either A, the first assumption, the whole fascist, intolerant, not listening, delusional kind of thing, which is the cognitive dissonance going on with Virgo and Jupiter, Neptune, Pisces in opposition. Or they were attacking this video and then they didn't actually want to watch the next one, because funny enough, this video was actually just kind of a rant, you know, for therapeutic reasons, and it wasn't any of my videos where I was going to go and elaborate on actual evidence to show that Bernie Sanders is completely incapable of this position. So my other concern and my challenge to the special snowflakes that were commenting on this video, this initial Bernie Sanders video, that think I'm so stupid and misinformed, if you did happen to be some of the people that actually watched the delusional Economic Policies by Bernie Sanders about the ATM video that I did, and you actually watched it in its entirety, which I doubt, because if you didn't even watch the shorter one in its entirety, why would I expect you to do that? But I would say that before I even acknowledge your comments and waste my time trying to elaborate on something, because apparently I find it easier to run my mouth than for me to, type some stuff out, then go and actually now watch the video where I use some of Bernie's own speech to argue against what he's saying. And listen to my evidence that contradicts his suggestion with, like, specifically the ATM fees. And if you can have a solid argument with that, or even if you disagree with that and you at least say, hey, I watched it, then you can talk. Other than that, you're projecting. You guys are idiots. You guys don't know what you're doing. And if you guys are Bernie Sanders supporters, you don't have a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, you are victims of the poor educational system. Therefore, you guys are fucking morons. I just keep thinking, like, when you started talking about the ATM thing, I kept thinking of, like, that stupid episode of Family Guy when Lois was trying to, whatever, she was in the election for mayor, and she just kept saying 9/11, 9/11, and I just keep thinking Bernie every time I see him. He's like, free college, free healthcare, free free, I don't even know what else he's trying to get for free, but I'm sure there's more, because everything's free, nothing costs anything. There's no consequences, no stipulations, no nothing. Nobody has to work for anything. Nobody needs to put any effort forth. Let's just start putting feeding tubes right into us. And then we can get conveyor belts going, and then, not have to ever get up, and then, we could just, since healthcare will be free, liposuction and, like, those lap band surgeries will be free, so we'll be able to combat the chronic diabetes that we'll be getting for doing fucking nothing and sitting on our asses all day and bitching online. And then parading about how it's so glorious that we're all fat.